Welcome to KK Java Tutorials. I would say this is the continuation of my previous video tutorial. There I have taught you how to use add configuration properties in Spring Boot to initialize uh, basically different properties using a concept is called externalizing your properties file within your Spring Boot application, right? So I would say I will use the previous project. If you did not watch my previous video, then I request you to go and watch, right? But still I am going to reiterate the things whatever we have studied in the previous video tutorial. So here basically we wanted to learn what's the use of add configuration properties, right? And for that I have created one class is called KK Java Tutorials, and there I have declared three properties, right? Public setter getter method and two string method I had overridden, right? And I have annotated this class at add configuration properties, and prefix I have given it as my app. Prefix giving prefix is not mandatory, but if you want to create a two set of basically properties for these properties for two different environment, in that case this may be useful, right? Now in my property is called kk java.property. Here you can see I have initialized all those properties, right? And finally I have a bootstrap class. There I have used add property source, and there I have specified my, just I'm telling to the Spring Boot kk java.property is available in the class path in src main resources, right? And of course I have used at enable configuration properties. The reason is that I did not want to annotate this class as add component, and that's the reason. If this class is already annotated as add component, then you don't really need to use this annotation, right? Of course you can specify multiple class. If you have a multiple class which represents the configuration in your application, then comma separated you can give over here, right? And of course you can give multiple property file with comma separated, right? So that's the thing we have learned, and if I run the project, then I get output something like this. So here if you look in the main application bootstrap class, just I have used get bin, and there I am passing this bin, right? And I get this bin, right? Bin type I am passing, and this is getting resolved at runtime. A Spring container is able to return this bin, and just I am printing this bin. Here I have overridden toString method, and that's the reason it is printing object of object state in nice format, right? So now I'm going to introduce few more properties within this basically class. So you can have some nested properties as well, right? So this is my custom properties. Within that we have a few properties. Inside that we can have one more custom properties, like let's say private company, 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 right? So something like this, right? You can have a company, and we can create a company class as well, right? In same package. So in dot model package I'm going to create, and here this guy is having some other property like private, let's say string, company name, right? And second property I can take company location or company city, something like that, right? And just I'm going to create setter getter for this guy as well. Setter getter, sorry, I have created two string method, right? So let's create a setter getter as well. So setters and getter, select all and generate setter getter, right? Pretty simple. Now so we have a nested property, right? One custom property KK Java tutorials. Inside that we have a company, and company is having some property, right? So that's how we can create a nested properties, right? And of course you have to create a setter getter for, especially setter method for this property, right? Then only Spring is going to initialize this basically nested properties. Apart from that, we can have also some kind of let's say list. You can create a list, and let's say list of a string or list of even custom class as well. List of companies you can give, right? And list of, let's say topic, I would say topics, something like that, right? And you can have a map as well, right? Map and a string key value, key I'm going to take as a string, and value is also a string, but it's not mean that you have to take always string. Key value can be any data type, right? And here let's say I would say a stock price, stock prices, right? Doesn't make sense declaring a stock prices in this class, but just this is just for learning purpose, right? So just let me import. So I have declared here. Now we have to create setter method of this guy as well, right? So I'm going to create setters and getters for this three newly added field as well, right? So click on select all, sorry guys, and created setter getters for this, right? And if you want, you can generate twisting method again, because we have added new fields, right? So select all, and this guy is going to generate setter getter method for this, right? Now now thing is that how to initialize this property. So I'll take this my app and I'll go to the main application.properties, because I get the auto support here, right? And here I would say, here company, inside this company we have, and company name we can give, let's say TCS, right? And up to here, see how your metadata is going to generate automatically, right? And location, let's say I would say Chennai, right? So that's a, now what else we can do? So we can my app, and then topics is there also, right? Topic we have declared as array, right? So array is nothing but the kind of index list, right? So here in 0th index you can assign some value. Let's say this is topic, so I would say Spring Boot, makes sense. And let's say initialize this to more. So in index 1, let's say Spring Framework, right? And I'd say web service, okay. Why this guy is giving error? So I'll cut and paste it over here in my property, right? Okay. So topic we have initialized, right? And we have a map as well. So it's a my app dot, right? My app dot stock prices, and stock price, let's say IBM, and stock prices I'm going to assign, let's say $500. And similarly stock prices, Google stock prices, and let's say $700, right? And this one I'm going to also enter in my properties file. Okay, now almost we have done, right? All the properties we have in this slide. We have a company, topics, and stock prices, right? Now if nothing I have to do, just I have declare over here, and setter method you have to declare first of all. Getter I have declared, but setter is must, getter is optional. And simply you have to initialize all those properties in your custom property. That's how we can externalize these properties, and rest of the code would be same, guys. If I run as Java application, a Spring Boot application, then these properties has to initialize, right? So it is printing in the one line, right? So here still we can see that, right? So initially we had a channel ID, channel name, and website. So it was printing earlier, but newly added like company. So company name you can say TCS, and location Chennai, right? And similarly topic you can see web services, Spring Framework, right? These are the topic we have added. And then stock stock prices we had added, and those stock prices coming over here, right? I think the way we have overridden twisting method, that's weird. It is printing many bad things, right? So what you can do, guys, you can go to here, and twisting method is not overridden properly. So what I have to do, I have to go over here, and twisting method we have to override properly. So go to the source, and here generate twisting. I had selected this one method as well, so I was not selected, only I need to select properties. Now again I'm going to run this application, guys, and if I run, then now here you can see here everything like company, right? Company is coming, and then all the topic and all the stock prices are coming correctly, right? So that's how you can have a nested properties as well, right? In this case I have shown you there is only one class which represents a configurational stuff, configuration data, but it's not mean that you have only one class. If your application is really huge, then you can have a multiple classes which represents basically application configurational stuff, and those configurational data you can of course externalize in the your application, your not in the main application properties, but you can create your own app basically properties file. There you can externalize these properties files, right? So that's all I wanted to show in this video tutorial, guys. Big thank you, and see you there in the next video tutorial. And this code I am going to post on the GitHub and GitHub location I will specify in the video description. Thank you.